Welcome back, Officers of the Republic. It's your Coruscant Underworld Police Chief, APGAINS here. And I have 5 things that Capital Games should do right now, but if not right now, as soon as possible. Not to save the game, because I don't think the game needs saving, but this is definitely going to right a lot of wrongs that they've been having kind of back to back to back recently over the last couple of months. I'm not going to list all of the things that they've messed up on because you guys are all well aware of it. We don't want to reopen some sore wounds. Before we get started, we are trying to get 15,000 subscribers. When we do, I have something great planned. Basically, I'm just going to go to Capital Games headquarters and be an idiot. But subscribe if you like the videos. If not, it's no big deal. Number 1, and I'm not going to spend more than 30 seconds on this because other people have talked about it. We need quality of life. We need mod management. We need ship loadouts. We need all sorts of stuff like that. I'm not going to go too in depth in that. I don't waste your time. We all understand that the game needs a little bit of quality of life push just to make it a little bit better. And that would be awesome. Quality of life. The next thing, and probably in my opinion, the most important thing, and I'm also not going to spend a ton of time on this because it's kind of beaten a dead horse at this point. It's just matchmaking. Matchmaking needs a bracket system like we used to have with the divisions. I get that you can climb up high, but at a certain point, you're always going to hit where you're not having any fun. We had a great stream this morning. Tons of people showed up. I was really excited to hop into my girlfriend's free-to-play account, and then we got hit with, our account at 1.5 million, this guy's account, 4.5 million, got a Galactic Legend Ultimate. This is completely avoidable because if you do the suggestion I've been making for months or not months, but since the change, we need a 0 to 2, 2 to 4, 4 to 6, 6 to 8, 10 to 12 million GP brackets. That's how the divisions should be broke up, because if you're going against someone 2 million GP more than you, that's going to suck. But if you just enter a new division, you have a chance to build up and compete. And this way that actually brings back competition, because right now there's no competition in GAC whatsoever unless you're Kyber 1, because you're going to win a couple, but then you're going to get to the point where there is literally no competition like this. Like, they full cleared, save the GL for offense. We could beat one team, and then I just didn't bother attacking afterwards. Like, we literally killed like some random relic team. And then this account has 0 relic 7s. This is the front wall. Down here, we get Darth Revan fully relic and stuff like that. So I'm not complaining that, we had no chance of winning. I'm just saying that for most players, it would be awesome if we could have the old division system come back so that GAC could be competitive again, because it allows you to compete for the number 1 spot in, Erodium and Bronzium and Chromium and Kyber and all that stuff. And it just gives every player the opportunity to be competitive as opposed to just the people who've spent the most amount of money in the game. That would be awesome. The next thing that needs to come to the game is content. This game is sorely lacking in content. It's kind of been hard carried by GAC for the last couple of years. We haven't had new content in a long time. We need a new territory battle. We need a new raid. I know they've said that they're not going to do that. Specifically, they've said they're not going to do that. I think that's honestly shows a huge lack of foresight on their part. I just think it's a little ridiculous that a game where you have to spend a bunch of money to get these characters, you kind of want to incentivize people to get these characters so that they can actually use them in places. I get GAC is the whole point of the game, so people spend all this money in GAC, and I get that, and that's fine because I love GAC. GAC is the only thing I really like in this game, to be perfectly honest with you. But I do like territory battles. I do like raids. That stuff is fun if it's a challenge. None of the raids are a challenge right now. The Rancor raid is basically simmed for a lot of people. The Sith raid was supposed to be literally simmed 6 months ago, but they completely just forgot about that. I know they are a couple months behind. They've just kind of not really done anything recently, and I get that they need a vacation and they can take a couple months off. It's fine, but still, I think it's about time that we get a new dark side territory battle. Some people say Endor, some people say Mandalore, some people say, whatever it may be. Just give us something, a new raid. I know they said they're not going to do it, but let's be honest, we need a new raid. The next thing is characters. Like I said previously in the last when we talked about content, I know they're super far behind, but we need the big ticket characters. This game, of course, has been losing players over the years, but we really do see bumps in new player acquisition when not only they actually advertise the game, they almost never advertise for this game, which I feel like is a terrible idea. But we need the Mandalorian with the Darksaber. We need Grogu. We need we have Jedi Knight Luke, but we need the big ticket items. I mean, Grogu is probably the most popular Star Wars character of all time. because it's bringing in so many novice fans, so many fans that aren't really diehard Star Wars fans like you or like me or like people at Capital Games who make this game. They gotta tap in soon before the hype is over. Especially now would be a perfect time. Add a Black Chrysanthemum, add a Grogu, maybe add some other cool stuff. Because that's how they're gonna get new players in this game. And they're a business, they want money. You can get more money if you get more people to play this game, and people will spend money on Grogu. Now, I disagree with their current marquee business model. It's too expensive, and that's why they're getting, completely destroyed by Raid Shadow Legends or Marvel Strike Force, because those games have much, much, much lower price tags on all these characters. And instead what they do is they make the characters cheaper, You can get a new character for $20, $50, $80, something like that. And then they give you a bunch of content so you can spend. I mean, how many times have you guys gone in if you guys spend money on this game? If you're free to play, I understand that this is not going to equate to you. I don't spend money on this game, but obviously I talk to other content creators, other people in the community who do spend. You see a good value pack for $20, you throw some money at it. But you're invested to the point where you just spend and spend and spend and spend. They could tap into so many players if, the marquee characters are coming in a little bit more frequently. They're $100 instead of $400. Like, I would drop $100 for an awesome character that I love. I'm trying to think of a character off the top of my head, but if they drop a character that I really want, a new Mace Windu, a Grogu, a Black Chrysanthemum, something like that, like maybe probably not me because I'm broke, but more players would say, hey, the price tag is a little bit lower. I'll go in, and instead of having 1,000 people get the marquee characters, you have 5,000 people get the marquee characters, and you can build and build and build. And then at that point, people become more accustomed to spending. Capital Games free business advice. If they get accustomed to spending, they're going to spend more and more and more. You throw out a couple of packs, you go here, you're profiting more. I obviously don't have a business degree. I just think the price tag is too high. I think more characters should come to the game to attract more new players, and the characters that do come to the game should be less expensive. The next thing and the final thing is communication. I feel like last year we had really, really, really good communication. Crumb and Doja were out in the public. They're public facing. Crumb was streaming all the time. Doja was in SWGOH events frequently. They, actually released the State of the Galaxy or the Road Ahead on time. They were doing fantastic stuff. I feel like as a side effect of it still being early in the year, they took that basically all of January off, and they're starting to roll back into it for the month of February. I think we need to have at least the same level of communication that we had last year, if not more. I've always said that the forum posts kind of leave a lot to be desired, and they don't really reach a lot of people because not a lot of people actually go to the SWGOH forums, right? I feel like the best thing that they could do is if they take those forum posts, turn them into a couple-minute videos, make an official Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes Capital Games YouTube channel or something. You can get so much more nuance across in a video than you can in text format. And honestly, it's easier to just have a 4-minute YouTube video where you're saying the things. You can act excited. You can show emotion. You can show footage. You can show like, hey, like this bug that we've noticed, as you can see here, is doing this, and we're working on that. Unfortunately, we haven't fixed it right now. It is complicated. And I feel like that's more endearing, and a lot of the stuff that's been going on the forums that's been upsetting people can kind of be smoothed away with a little bit better communication. Of course, they're not like YouTubers or anything where they have, the ability to do professional videos frequently and stuff like that. And I don't mean frequently like every day like I do, but like once every 2 or 3 weeks, we get a 4-minute video saying like, hey guys, this is roughly what's happened. Or if, there's a big announcement, they do that. Of course, they do it for the road ahead. And it doesn't need to be a video format. I just think more or at least equal communication that we had last year needs to happen this year, because let's be honest, the beginning of this year has been incredibly rocky. Lots of really bad stuff has happened, lots of glitches, lots of bugs, lots of upset people. And I just feel like, having comparable communication to last year, if not better, is going to be fantastic. Thank you guys so much for watching. I got to get out of here. As always, I love you, and I'll see you later.